Good morning, fellow traders. Paul here, and time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Friday, September the 11th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, so before we get started here today, again, guys, remember 9/11, obviously keep, all the lives of everybody who was involved in the tragedy of 9/11 in your thoughts and prayers. And let's see how we go today. So here we go. So SPX from yesterday, right? So we had a big push down yesterday. The bears really stepped up and defended the high, pushed down off of the highs. And defended that area from Wednesday, right? So weekly chart started to turn red here as we got a red shooting star candle. Kind of looking at this open gap right here, and of course we have the Cloud Canyon coming up here on the weekly chart. The only real issue with this, right, is that we tested the bottom of the trend box yesterday after again giving up on those, couldn't get the prior day's highs. The bulls couldn't break out of there, right? So the bears really stepped up and pushed things down yesterday. But if you go to the SPY, right, you can see the volume here on the daily candle, right? We've been having declining volume here, right? So on a lot of these moves. So even yesterday, right, big down move, less volume than the spinning top green move, right? So it could be a low volume fake out. So we'll see how that goes into today. Let's take a look at the S&P futures and see how they're behaving here this morning. So we can see with the ES. We are channeling up here this morning. So the only concern is that we had a big down move yesterday, and we'll see if this turns into a kind of a nasty bear flag, and we come and test the signal zones below. But if it holds and we can get above these levels, right, then we've got some good battle zones up here to contend with. So we'll see how that goes into the rest of the day today. If we go to the micros, right, so we can see same stuff. So let's just see how these see if they can hold these levels right here. It's a little bit of a bigger channel if you just start here. I started the other one from down here, kind of keep it tighter. So however you want to look at it, but it is definitely looking interesting going into today. So good stuff. Let's take a look at the Qs and see how they're behaving this morning. So a lot of tech names are up here this morning, just on a basic gap. So it looks like we're pulling back a little bit here into this hour. So we'll see how that goes and if they could hold it up as well. The IWM was inching its way up here this morning too, just on some kind of spotty volume. So up a little bit here, but it's got a lot of work to deal with in a big congestion zone here and here around that 152.50 level. So we'll see how that goes going into today too. Apple. Again, this is a great short opportunity yesterday. Multiple waves, two big waves to the downside, right? One wave down, ABC, and then another wave down. So that was nice. It's gapping up this morning here. Seems to be pulling back a little bit here pre-market. So we'll see how that goes going into the open today. Let's take a look at Tesla. So Tesla is up. So we've got a decent move here. A little bit of a gap here from the after hours highs. So we'll see how that holds here today. Maybe this could turn into kind of a bull flagish type move, with a little bit of an invisible flagpole and try to work on the prior day's highs. It was a little bit choppy yesterday, but it did stay green, so that is definitely something to keep an eye on right there. Another one to keep an eye on also is Facebook. One of the weaker links from yesterday. It is gapping up this morning, but this is one of the only ones that actually was a red candle and had increased volume. The only thing that makes it tough to go short on is it came right back into the congestion zone. So a lot of tricky areas here going into today. Let's take a look at DKNG. DKNG was a nice kind of breakout move yesterday. Left with an upper shadow though, not too far from all-time highs. It's kind of working its way up this morning. I think we had football last night, so that sports betting, all that good stuff is good for DKNG. But there was some increased put activity on it yesterday. So see if they had any sort of clue on that one. Oracle. Earnings yesterday could be interesting if we can get over these the $60.50 level. We could see a gap and go on it as we are pretty close to all-time highs, right? So if we can get over that level right there, which is also 60.50, imagine that we found resistance right there, right? So let's see if we can get above that. If we get some volume of it, Oracle could be interesting. Who knows? Maybe there'll be some TikTok news today too. Piton had earnings yesterday, right? Kind of gapping up okay. It's right at the prior day's highs, but the prior day's highs were pretty much at the all-time highs. So let's see if we can get over yesterday's high and maybe get a gap and go on Piton today. Chewy, not as lucky, right? They had good earnings, good revenue, but for whatever reason, guidance wasn't, earnings report didn't come out as well, right? So, but it is holding a lot of the prior levels from the last couple days. So let's see if that holds and gives a reversal opportunity. Uber was pretty good going into yesterday is one of the ones that held up green. It's a little gap up here this morning. I like how it's coming out of these geometric levels right here. So again, over yesterday's high could give it another attempt to the upside. And then last we got Adobe here to keep an eye on this morning. Upgrade here today, up about 10 points this morning. Just struggling a little bit to hold those levels. So let's even get over yesterday's highs too. So let's see if the bulls step up today, guys. And other than that, just be careful out there. It is Friday, so watch out for that theta. Consider trading next week's options, and don't be afraid to sideline if the action is too fast. So have a great trading day today. We'll catch you guys in the lunchtime market updates. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.